flashing.
Daddy's gotta go. Daddy's gotta go get parts. Come on, sniff the camera.
Alright, no time to talk. I will get this out this weekend. I need to move it anyways because I want to put this on the lift. That's coming down because I still don't have parts for that yet. So this episode, we are going to hopefully finish this thing up and get all the codes cleared out on it. But I'm going to take one of these bad seatbelt retractors with me, so make sure that they got me the right one. And we are going to take the Scion and hit the road. I do need to fix that AC leak in this thing, but in the meantime, I still have AC. It's actually working, so we'll at least have some cool air because it's hot out. Alright, so I was slacking. Cross your fingers this crash module was okay because Stewie or Stella knocked it off the counter onto the kitchen floor. I don't see any outer damage, but doesn't mean there isn't any inner damage. But we got the seat belt. Let me just throw this in here for now. I need to disconnect the battery before you do anything with seatbelt sensors or airbags or anything like that. Disconnect your battery like so. There we go. Hook this battery up because I believe everything is plugged in now. Hopefully this module is okay. Well, I guess we'll see. And even if we do have codes, they may... Oh, sorry, guys. I'm wrapped around the camera leg. You're gonna keep falling. Are you drunk? That's a little better. Okay. Our airbag light's flashing. It's flashing. Okay. So, let me plug the code scanner in and I'll see what's going on here. Alright, so I'm getting a code for curtain airbag module right hand side. Curtain airbag module. Let me see if I can clear that. If I can't clear it, okay. Now, so let me go check the airbag, make sure maybe I don't have it plugged in right. I'll check that out. If not, then I'm gonna have to figure out what this B0029 is for. Or might have actually got a bad airbag, a curtain airbag, which would suck because those things are not fun to put in, but I'll go check that out and then we'll see what's going on. Just sacrificed a 10mm to the engine bay gods. Went down in by the battery. I heard a clunk. Did not hit the floor. Somewhere in there, I got a magnet down in there and it ain't coming out. So this thing may have just gained a 10mm socket. So anyways, when it says right hand side curtain, I'm gonna assume it's right here, so I'm gonna pull these out. I'm gonna check the connections. The connections look like they're all right, so it kind of got me worried, but I guess we'll see what's going on here. Well guys, I mean, this is the luck of the draw. This airbag that I got, there's something wrong inside of it. It's not, when I plug it in, then it gives me the code. If I unplug it and plug in one of these airbag testers, these are just for test purposes. You don't leave these in there. If I plug this into the harness, my codes go away, and everything's clear. And then I plugged it back in again. Codes come back. Here, I'll unplug it and plug this in. Okay, so you take one of these things and just stick it in the harness like this. Now I'll hook the battery back up and I'll show you the marvelous magic that is to come. I have my code reader hooked up, so you're going to hear that thing scanning and stuff. So, I guess we'll just move on to the AC tomorrow. But I'll show you here in a second. Should clear itself. There it goes. Gone. Nice. So I'm going to call it right there for tonight. I'm going to come back tomorrow. After that, I don't really care to keep going tonight. Plus it's getting a little late. So, oh, that sucks because that salvage yard's not open on the weekend, so there's no way for me to get a hold of them right now.
You watching drone reviews with Daddy? Huh? Yes?
We're going to be upgrading drones here soon, so I'm watching reviews on them. Pretty sure I'm going to go with the Mavic Air 2. Just seems like it fits all the boxes that I need. Alright, new day. We're not going to let the airbag thing get us down. I need to pull my Audi out, and we're going to pull the RSX out. And I hope there's no rain. Actually, you know what? I'm going to pull the Audi out, get the RSX down, move this over because I'm putting it up on the lift, and then I'll bring the RSX in back over here because really the only thing we have left to do on that is inner fender, fender, and hood, and I gotta do some finishing touches on the bumper and headlights and stuff like that, but we can do that on the ground. It doesn't need to be on the lift for that. And I'm gonna go get something to eat. So I left a message with the people I got the airbags from. I would imagine they would cover that. So I still have the receipts and everything. And then we'll get the new compressor on. We'll do a vacuum on the system. And then I did get an adapter, okay? You guys kept saying, well, you just screw your can right on the line. And it just doesn't work that way. This is I don't know what style threads these are, but none, and all the I've bought 3 different adapters and none of them fit the threads for that. But I did find this. So this has a fitting in there, and I can just I can just hook my bottle right onto this and charge it in through that. And that's the only reason why I wasn't charging these systems through this line, is I cannot find anything that connects to this line, which that one goes up. This is the one it's supposed to connect to your bottle or whatever. I don't know what threads that are, but I just can't find an adapter that fits it right. And also, since most people didn't believe me, when I said in the first video that there was no underbody damage on this thing whatsoever, I guess we'll walk underneath it. This is my first time walking underneath it, but I looked it pretty thoroughly from the outside. So, it's muddy, it's dirty underneath. So this thing was off-road. Like, look at the inside of the rims. I did power wash a good bit, but as you can see, there are no damages, no leaks. Just very dirty. Insides of the rims are dirty. But, I mean, body-wise, you can see chunks of mud up in there. dirt. We'll come back a little further. Still no damage at all whatsoever. Nothing bent. Just dirty. And that's it. Fuel tanks unscathed. Everything. I'm telling you. This thing is not damaged at all. So, there you go. It looks really, really good underneath. Besides the part of it being dirty, and you can even see that I can't reach a door handle, but if I open up a door, it's even dirty on the inside of the seams inside there. This thing went off-road, that's for sure. That's my best guess, is it went off-road, hit a good enough bump, or rolled over on its side almost, and I'm just checking things out here since I'm underneath here. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. So, got a little itty bitty oil pan. Okay, so this does not look like it's going to be a hard job at all. First off, have your system discharged. That's what I have already done that. This wheel is going to come off. Then you got an access door right there that's got to be removed, and then this plastic piece right here needs to be removed. And then, as you can see right here, this is compressor, and there's actually a decent amount of room to work on it right here, but you can tell it will not come out right here. Also, look at the, definitely a brand new radiator shroud of a brand new radiator. Nissan at that. Good stuff. Looks like hoses are new. Yes. That's fantastic. At this point in time, it's probably going to be easier for you to go in from the top to take the lines off and to get the top two bolts on the compressor. Let me spin this thing by hand and see how this feels. Hey, you can hear it. That's that noise we were getting. And she's locked. That compressor is locked. With that clutch, you should be able to. You ought to be able to spin that some. It did burnt the clutch up. That's what happened. This compressor was locked up. I don't know if it was somehow hit in the accident, or honestly, if it was in an accident and they replaced the condenser and stuff, there could have been stuff in the line. Something could have got into the compressor and locked it up. I'm going to take a chance. And I'm going to try to put another one on in hopes that it doesn't lock up. But we'll see what happens. I feel like I saw this all in a Nobori Auto video once. You have just enough room to squeeze it out through this hole right here. I know it looks like it's plenty big. Put a little bit of lube on it and push it, and it'll just slide right out. Here's our new one. Old, new. Take note, they put a little message on here for you. And it says that the compressor contains 5.4 ounces of PAG oil. PAG 46 oil, which I have some in my cabinet over there where I keep all my AC stuff. And it says you may need to add more according to your vehicle. This thing looked like it was bone dry. I mean, there's nothing's coming out of this. I didn't like dump it upside down yet, but I'm not getting anything. So I don't know if they replaced this compressor and didn't put any oil in it. It's my guess. Look at this, it like burnt this rubber insulator ring on here. It's like crispy Oh yeah, toasty. Who likes toasted rubber? It's good stuff. Anyways, I'm going to look up the specifications on this vehicle just to see how much oil this system takes, and I'm going to add it to this before I put it up in there. Actually, I'm going to put this in the car, and it'll be a lot easier to add it down through the top into these ports than it's going to be to try to add it right now and then fiddle with it, getting it in there, and then possibly leak it out. I'm going to leave these plugs on. I do need to change this stud out. The stud got bent in shipping, and I could try to straighten it. I don't know. I'm a little worried about that. After multiple times trying to get that off there, I decided to give up, and I just heated this stud up and hammered it back straight. Actually looks pretty dang good. So we're gonna roll with that. Let's get this up in the car. Alright, so now from this point on, I'm going to hook my vacuum pump up. I'm going to run a vacuum on the system, and then we're going to let this sit for a good, well, it's got to run a vacuum for like 45 minutes to an hour. Then we're going to let it sit for a couple hours, and then we'll come back and charge the system, and we'll see how we did. So here we are, about 2 hours later. I took a break, had a drink. As you can see, well, this gauge is off, just so you know. 0 is about -30. This one held strong. We're good. We're good. So I just connected my pump, and I hooked up my fitting here. Now what I'm going to do is, first going to shake this up a little bit. Then I'm going to put this down in so it pressurizes this line. Make sure I don't have any leaks here. Okay. Hold on a minute. We got a leak. So anyways, I got that. I didn't have this tight enough. So we got no leaks, and I got pressure on this now. First, I'm going to purge the air out of this. Okay, we're going to start this thing up. Going to open the low pressure line. You can hear it pressurizing. So now, let's hook the battery up and start this thing up. Hey, the whirling's gone. We're going to turn this up on high, AC, max, recirculate. The engine sounds a lot healthier, being that that compressor is not locked up and making whirling noises now. But yeah, we're gonna have to give it some time, let the pressures get up on this, and we'll see how it goes. Blowing cold. We fixed her. Just so you can get the idea that it's blowing cold, I'll stick this up to the vent for about a minute and then pull it away. As hot and humid as it is, the lens, I would imagine, would fog over. There you go. I told ya. So that means we set out to do, oh man, it feels so good. We set out to do what we were gonna do. Oh, I don't have enough room with my lift to get in here. I'm just sitting. Oh, that feels great. Yay. I love air conditioning. So it's like, I hope not every vehicle from here on out has air conditioning issues, because the Zion, the Audi, and then this, it's just like, This is not a trend I want to get into. But anyways, folks, I'm going to slap this thing back together. But I'm not going to put you through the pain of watching me do it. That's going to be the end of the episode. I started this thing back up because it just feels marvelous. I love air conditioning. Anyways, if you guys like this video, smash that like button. If you haven't yet, consider subscribing. Hit that bell so you get notifications if you do. Go check out my merch on my Teespring page. Hit that dislike button if you have a faulty airbag. And as always, we'll see you on the next episode of
Unwrapped.